yoked that man. Look at that. Sack. What's good, football fans? Back at you once again with another video. And I wanted to come on today and talk about a guy that I believe has kind of shot up the depth chart, so to speak, as a rookie within the first two, weeks of preseason now. And of course, I'm talking about Andre Jones Jr. Now, Jones is 6'4 and a half, 6'5, 248, 250, around that area. And while he was at Louisiana, he had 209 tackles, 40 for loss, 15.5 sacks, 1 interception, 2 recovered fumbles, and 4 forced in 58 games. He also played linebacker for 16 of those games. Now that said, let's just hop right into the film. Now I figured the best way to start this off was to show some preseason stuff. I love how he jumps back and watches Obata, kind of get in there and then reads the play and almost gets that sack. Now the quarterback for Cleveland, Dobbs, he's actually really quick. If he doesn't speed up there at the end, that is Jones' first NFL sack right there. Of course, it is just preseason. Now he just misses on this play, but watch the move he puts on 66 when he dips in and around. That's the move right there I wish that Montez Sweat knew right there, because he doesn't do that move. I wish he did. He'd make a lot of sacks if he did, but this kid is showing raw talent doing moves like that. He is eventually going to hit home. If he does this consistently right here, he will eventually hit home and wreak havoc on quarterbacks. Andre Jones is actually really good against the run. He blows this play up right here, and even though he doesn't, make the stop at the point of first contact, his contact makes the play end. Now, even though he doesn't make this play and he doesn't even get around his man right here, I love to see these edge rushers put their elbow in. When they put their elbow in like that into a guy's side and turn him, that right there is the point where he now controls the situation. Now, of course, the quarterback has already let go of the ball. Now, on this play right here, if he does not slip and hit the ground, this is his first NFL sack. But of course, he does slip and hit the ground, and the quarterback is able to get rid of the ball. And if he's not held on this play, he gets a sack. Love to see this kid hitting the backfield, even when he doesn't make a play like on this play right here. In the backfield is where we want him, where he can wreak havoc, just like he does right here. You see that? Now see, if he's in the backfield, he's making plays like this consistently, no matter what. He definitely has the ability to fight through double teams, as you see right here. And he gets the better of these two guys, too. They should feel embarrassed. These edge rushers, some of them are 6'4", 6'5". Hell, I think Montez Sweat is 6'6" or 6'7". And with the length of their arm, that's well over 9, 10 feet tall. So when the ball does not go higher than that, they have a legitimate shot of knocking it down every single time it goes past them. And I know everybody has seen Sweat be able to do that consistently. This guy, he has a little bit of luck being able to do that himself. Now, in my opinion, right now, he's a tiny bit light in the ass, but just imagine if he wasn't, a tiny bit light in the ass. Plays like this, he's already dominating the left tackle over there, pushes him into the quarterback. If he's got a little bit more leg push in him there, he's pushing the left tackle himself into the quarterback before the ball's let loose. The moment that lineman's shoulders turn the wrong way, this play right here is over with, but he misses the guy. Number 5 gets lucky right here. He literally touched him before he let go of the ball. He almost outruns the screenplay right here. Almost. Now watch his speed on this play right here as he kind of falls into like a little quarterback spy kind of moment. And then I couldn't believe the lineman let him actually go, but then he just turns the speed on and gets the sack. Some may wonder how this kid does in open field, if he can make tackles. I mentioned that he played 16 games at linebacker. Well, here's a good example right here. He's able to make this tackle right here with little to no problem. This play right here is kind of wild. He literally touches both the guard and the tackle, and neither one of them put a hand on him, and he almost gets the sack right on this play. Like, how does this happen right here? If I'm the coach of the opposing team, I'm mad as hell seeing him do that. Look, he smacks the tackle on his shoulder pad and touches the other guy on his waist, and he is gone. Violent hands win about 70% of the time. And as you see, holding his face mask ain't gonna stop him neither. And he just missed a sack there. Watch him weave through the line of scrimmage right here. Look at that. Okay, so I mentioned that he made 1 interception in his collegiate career, and here it is right here. I will say, if there's one drawback to his game, it's that his aggressiveness sometimes is the death of him, so to speak. he could be over aggressive and completely overrun the quarterback. I mean, you see how close he is to getting a sack there, and he just, ugh. But on this play right here, the quarterback's more worried about him than he is the guy that actually ends up making the sack, as you see right here. Yeah, see, the quarterback was more leery about what was coming up the gut there than he was about what was coming from his left side. Now, I mentioned that sometimes he could be a little over aggressive, like on this play right here. But watch what he does once that's done. Makes the tackle. I mean, you know, you can't really be mad at the kid if he was over aggressive, missed the sack back here, but then turns around and makes the tackle. He does what he wants to with this lineman right here, who's twice his size. I have zero clue why they put like 170, 150 pound freaking running back out there to try to block him. That was not a good idea. And then sometimes he just completely runs around his blocker. He's absolutely violent at the point of contact. He knocks that number 65 right there. He knocks him back on his heels the second he comes off the line of scrimmage. Watch. Bah! He just about pushes number 56 over right here. Good Lord. I'm telling you, we're going to learn to love those long arms. Watch him right here. This is the kind of thing we love our defensive linemen doing right there. We see it all the time with Montez Sweat. Again, once that tackle's shoulders are turned the wrong way, this play's over. Now watch this. He smacks 77 and puts his elbow towards 71 and makes the sack. Nobody touches him. Nobody blocks him. Everybody's like just going right through. Vroom, sack. There's a lot going on in this play right here, but he ends up getting the sack here. A lot going on. Look at that spin move right here. Watch this. I mean, that's how you want it to look every time right there. Good Lord, look at that. Like that man spins right off of him and he's right on top of the quarterback when he comes out to spin. Boom. Look, if it wasn't good the first time, let's go back the second time and boom, he gets him again, right? And you know what they say about the third time though? He just runs out of little gas there. Again, slices through the line of scrimmage unscathed. Nobody puts a hand on this guy. Like, what's the deal? How does this guy get through all the time and nobody lays a hand on him? How do you not lay a hand on a 6'4", 248-pound man that can move like that? Another example of those long arms right here, smacking the pass down. I'm going to tell you just like this. If I'm the coach of the white team right here, I am definitely pulling number 56 after this play right here. He makes a fool out of him. Look at that grab and snatch move right there. I mean, he just grab and dumps him to the ground. Grab and dump. Like, you're out of here. If I was their coach, I'd say you're out of there. Look at that. I mean, he should be embarrassed. Not only does he give up a sack, he gives up the turnover too. Look, there's that same lineman. I'm telling you, he'd already been out the game if I'd been the coach. But look at that. He just lets his man through, and the dude ends up coming up with the sack again. And the guy's just standing there. Look at that. Lets him by, and he's just standing there like, okay, whatever. Sack. The man is violent with his hands at the point of contact. Watch this. Look at that. I mean, he yoked number 73. Yoked that man. Look at that. Sack. Sack. Violent hands lead to time in the backfield. Watch this. Violent hands. Knocks the man's helmet off and then spins and makes the sack. Are you guys noticing the pattern yet? Unscathed. Nobody touches him. And another tipped pass. Double teamed and he slips in between both of them. Damn near gets the sack. Now this move he puts on this pulling guard right here makes that dude look super silly. Dude stands there for a second like, where did he go? Oh, what? After he dumps this guy that's like twice his size, watch this closing speed as he goes after that quarterback. Look at that. This is what I love to see out of my edge rushers. Guys that'll go out there and battle every single play and not stop. Keep going until that whistle blows, and then he makes the play. And of course, I'm happy to see him blowing up tackles too, and making plays, making, sacks and whatnot as well. This is from his scouting report. Strengths: athletic frame with outstanding length. Displays decent foot quickness in his get off. utilizes his long levers to establish contact with his violent stab before quickly transitioning to a secondary move, relies on that punch to detach from blockers, uses an inside spin to stay active mid-rush, flashes enough momentum and hand strength to put tackles in reverse on ball rushes, shuffles well to get outside and contain, pursuit is decisive and fast. His coaches speak highly of his work ethic and how far he has come physically and mentally after he couldn't even get on the field because he was so raw out of high school. Has experience standing up off the edge or with his hand on the ground as a 5 technique. Weaknesses: still requires some body development, especially in his lower half. Comes off the ball high and allows blockers to get underneath him. Inconsistent depth in his rush, creating extra steps for himself. Displays some stiffness at the top of his rush, always in attack mode and would benefit from added finesse to keep blockers off balance. Saw more coverage reps in 2022, but that area remains a work in progress for him. Not yet a technician at the point of attack when defending the run. Will turn 25 during his rookie season. A 4-year starter at Louisiana, Jones was a stand-up outside linebacker, defensive coordinator Lamar Morgan's 3-4 base scheme. After lining up as a defensive end as an underclassman, he transitioned to more of an edge role in 2022 and played better and better as the season went on. His tape over the final month of the season was the best. With his rush potential and his run-stopping effort, Jones has notable physical ingredients to be a productive role player in the NFL. However, the flashes are more impressive than his body of work, and he doesn't get after the quarterback as often as teams desire from a player with his talent. Overall, Jones is a rangy, long-armed edge player with practical traits to do everything well enough, but he needs further development to take that next step and separate himself next to his competition in an NFL camp. And they list him as a priority free agent. Should be noted though, he had limited workouts during his pro day and the combine. Look folks, by no means is Andre Jones Jr. Superman on the edge over there, but what he is an interesting prospect that the team barely spent any, draft capital on. I think long term they view him as an insurance policy, one, maybe to step into the role Shaka Toney could have, and two, in case maybe Montez Sweat or Chase Young hits free agency. I think in a perfect world the team would rather keep both of those guys, but realistically I don't think that they can afford the contracts on two, big name defensive ends. Not the way the market works these days. So the potential, chance could be there for a guy like Andre Jones. Of course, he's going to have to step up and seize that role. So far, after looking at his film from the first 2 preseason games and seeing how the coaching staff is reacting to him, it looks like he's doing a pretty good job. It'll be interesting to see if he makes the team, and if he does, who in fact loses their spot. Does Casey Toohill finally get cut from this team? Or what happens there? Let me know what you guys are thinking down in the comments though, and if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos. That's about all I got for today. Y'all take it easy. Peace.